Hey there, welcome back. So in the interest of changing up how the devlog series works on this channel, I'm going to make kind of shorter videos talking about certain cool things that happen in my game, Decaying Salvage. If you haven't checked out Decaying Salvage yet, it is inspired by 90s and 2000s survival horror with a fresh coat of paint, a fixed camera perspective, and a lot of cool stuff. Puzzles, lots of different monsters. Go check it out and wishlist it on Steam. Now the thing I want to talk about today is scope, and not that kind of scope. I'm not making a first-person shooter, but the scope I'm talking about, if you're familiar with game dev, is everything to do with your game, the features, content, whatever is in your game. And the problem is that you can get feature creep, you can blow out your scope by adding certain things. And for me, I'm usually pretty good with doing this. I assess everything that I'm going to add to the game, I assess everything that needs to be in the game. Decaying Salvage started as a first-person game with no combat, and has evolved into this fixed camera third-person thing with combat, intricate puzzles, monsters. It's really just changed for the better, but a lot of things have been added. The biggest thing, and the reason I'm making this video, is that I made what I thought was going to be a very small change to the flow of the game. And it ended up taking a lot longer to add, and should serve, hopefully, as a warning to you to not go make crazy changes at the last minute. Now, this is just an overview diagram of the demo area. And you can see this is the original design. You've got all the rooms laid out with all the puzzles, all the key cards, all the enemy encounters, and it was a very linear thing. You'd go from one room to the other, just in this kind of L shape, go downstairs, do the exact same thing again. And people liked it. It was good, but it never sat well with me because inspiration comes directly from games like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Silent Hill, things like that. And it just seemed to be missing the exploration aspect of things. I really wanted that to be in the game. So I'm like, hey, I can fix this by kind of just adding a central hub area, which, if you've played Resident Evil 2, is kind of an homage to the police precinct entrance. So I redid my diagrams. The one you're seeing on the screen is the base design of adding in a central hub area. And it's a lot better. You've got the flow of going up into the central hub, you need to branch off, you go up, branch into another room, you can go back and forward, actually explore a little bit, and allows the addition of a few extra puzzles into the game, which extends playtime and also gives players more of an idea of what the game itself is about, which is what a demo should be doing. So I started work on the hub area that you can see on screen here, and it looks beautiful. But getting the room designed was the easiest part of all this. The problem was that I had intricately designed the flow of this and how everything works, of where the player needs to be going and where certain things are visible at certain points, especially once you get to the lower level of the ship. By introducing the hub room and then the secondary hallway where the player encounters an NPC character and kind of gets a little bit of the story, it changed up where the stairs would be placed, which then in turn changed where the puzzle room downstairs would be placed, and the elevator would be placed. All of these things are very important to the flow of the demo, and fixing those isn't even something I really considered when making this change. And while this change was absolutely necessary for the vision I've got for this game, it was a literal nightmare. Because the stairs were relocated, the elevator was relocated. Because the elevator was relocated, it meant where the demo actually ends was no longer possible or no longer made any sense. So I relocated the puzzle room, I relocated where the elevator takes you, and then had to figure out how to change the flow of the lower level so you would see all these things, know they exist, and also still make sense in terms of gameplay. Looking back, you could probably say, hey, this was a pretty stupid idea to do, but no. I made a lot of really rash decisions when I was making my previous game, We Are Not Alone, and they turned out amazingly for the better. We Are Not Alone, if I hadn't have made these weird changes last minute, the game wouldn't be what it is. I'm super proud of that. But yeah, adding this hub room was essential to getting the feeling of the game that I want. I loved the demo as it originally was, other people did too. But I love this demo so much more. You've got the exploration, you've got more enemy encounters, you've got more puzzle elements, stuff that people actually have to figure out. That will about do it for this Decaying Salvage update. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet wishlisted Decaying Salvage on Steam, please go ahead and do so. The demo is coming out soon, and if you wishlist, you'll be notified as soon as the demo comes out. Catch you later.